I'm a little bit pokey slow today. I've never seen such a day. Well, yes, I have. I had about five things lined up, bang, 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 and one at a time. That was gone, that was gone, that was gone, that was gone. So I was just always kind of scrambling and picking other little things in between to get done. But all in all, it's been a good day. And I got thinking about that, You know what else you do when you're kind of sorting everything through? You're talking to yourself. We're no different than the people that we say, oh, they've lost it a little bit because they're walking down the street talking. The only difference is we're not talking out loud all the time. So self-talk. Nope, you don't have to be crazy. Oh, and you know that one about you're trying to tie your shoelace or hammer a nail and you have to hold your mouth just the right way, tongue just the right way. So no, self-talk is okay. You don't have to be crazy. You can do it. And I was thinking about as well, how many times maybe I was walking out in the country or walking on the trail, nobody around, and talking out loud to myself. Yes, I could have been one of those. And I'm telling myself, Sandra, you can do this. This is okay. Now, if you do it this way, or if you organize your talk that way, okay, it's all going to be. And pretty soon I realized, oh, yes, I are a coach. Oh, yes, I go to coaches. Oh, yes, I'm coaching myself. Have you ever talked out loud to yourself, mentoring yourself, just the same as you would with a good friend or client? Have you thought about that? I wonder, what would that be? Now, Mike Dooley, he does the universe, and many of you know about him. And he was an old Toastmaster at one time and still speaks all over the world and runs his workshops. But here's what he had sent to me the one day. When I first started out, I had no idea of how I'd get where I am today. But I knew better than to worry about the hows. Well, as far as that goes, I was always tied up in knots. I knew what I wanted and I could dream and imagine, but I thought, I have no idea how to do that. And I find myself today with all the technology saying, I sure know how to coach people. I sure know how to put things together. Oh, technology, I sure do not know. And so I have to talk to myself and say, Sandra, learn one of those technologies at a time. And just that's going to be your how. I wonder how often you've listened to yourself, but I don't know how. How am I going to do that? How am I going to, how? And we worry so much about the how that we don't get on to doing what it is that we started out wanting to do. So Mike says when he first started out, had no idea of the how he'd get where he was today, but he knew better than to worry about the how. So he had that figured out. He knew simply to take action no matter how futile. And then, when least expected, there it would be, the opportunity, and joyfully enjoying it. I condensed that a little bit. But the whole thing is, if I look back over my own childhood, I dreamed I was on the stage. I was on that big rock at Aunt Connie and Uncle Les, out by the highway and singing my little heart out and bowing to the crowds, which were the cars driving by on the road. And they were tooting their horns and waving at me. I had my stage. I had my audience. And I was teaching. I was always teaching. Well, of course, I am a teacher. So you see, I didn't worry then about the hows, and that happened because I behaved my way into it. And then this last few years, COVID gave me traveling by Zoom, but I wouldn't have thought to do that except for the 10, 15 years, probably 15 years before COVID hit. I was traveling all over the world. Why? Because I was curious. I wanted to know. I wanted to go. I wanted to see. Yes, I still need a new counter on my kitchen counter. I'm afraid it's really bad. But I would rather travel. And that means that we really pull out the dreams and the things that bring us joy. And we talk to ourselves and decide how we're going to make a choice. And that it's going to happen, and make a commitment. And there we are. Opportunity comes up. Yep, I'm going. I used to say, I can't afford that. No, I can't afford that. I can't afford, oh, somebody's going on a trip, I'm going there. How come I could say I couldn't afford that and I would still go because I had decided? It's a conundrum. I'm hoping that these talks, if they do nothing else, help you to pull some cobwebs here and there and start reflecting and choosing to live your life, a marvelous life of your imagination and dreams and decisions and joy. Joy. I know my son is gone. Mom and dad are gone. My two brothers are gone. There's just my sister and I, and we look and say, this isn't looking good. Yeah, it doesn't mean that it's easy. Doesn't mean that there aren't trials and tribulations as we go. But they're there and there's no time in their world. And I have to make the best use of my time while I'm here because I'm going to party with them when I'm there. Yeah. Whatever reflection comes up for you, make sure that you are really thinking about what it is you want to do. Worry less about the hows, more about the joy, and be ready, prepared, and open when the opportunities come. You can do it. What's opening up for you? And are you celebrating everything that opens up for you? Truly consider what the words are and the thoughts are that you're having. Are they holding you down, or are they lifting you up in joy? It's Coach Sandra, compassionate queen of straight talk, wishing you a marvelous evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great evening. You can do it. I can help.